Hello and welcome back to the second part of my Task Force Admiral videos. I decided I'll do the second part as well because why not? It should be slightly better because I should have a better control of things. But well, let's see. We found the enemy here, Carrier Task Force, and I am going to set up a couple of strike forces. I am going to send a full complement of bombers, and big target here. We are just on the edge of offensive power. I'm going to go for endurance. And let's green light it, and I'm not going to take any torpedo bombers because, as you can see here, it's the torpedo bombers that basically don't have any range. So green light this. That's the strike from Yorktown. 12:37 is the best possible date, which is okay. Landing ends at 15:56, 15:38 out of fuel. Well, it's gonna be tricky, but we are going to run as fast as we can down south, and that hopefully should help us to get some well, so that not so many people will have to ditch. Let us have a look at the spotting, and yeah, you can see that they are starting to spot the planes. There is damage, but it appears that the damage is not that massive that we couldn't deal with it. The hangar is okay. And I finally also figured out how to get rid of HUD, so we can get some much nicer shots than before. So yeah, everyone was going to leave at the same time. Well, sorry, not everyone. They are going to leave as they get up. Yeah, they are already starting to spot the SBDs. Now let me run the time, and we will see how that goes. Okay, we are now fully spotted, and we should be starting to launch soon. We have turned into the wind, and should be launching momentarily. The engines are still not started by the looks of it. Or maybe still some tank. I don't know what else is there. Yeah, a small comment. This one is actually running through the next plane, so the planes just don't fit entirely. Don't know why is that, because I would fully expect that the dimensions match, so maybe they are not being entirely properly spotted, but it's a beta, so lots of things will change. And I'm pretty sure it was damn hard. I'm not sure whether he could have actually put that many planes. I don't know what was the maximum spotting capacity, to be honest, off the top of my head. I can hear the engines, but I cannot see the engines operating yet. It's very nice. Looks very good. Yeah, so the engines are starting to come up. In the final game, you should also have the crew running around and doing things, and we are off. And here's the dip I was talking about that you probably couldn't have seen on the dark video. So and another dip. Yeah. Okay, off they go. I'm going to follow them until they get close to the target, and then we will see what can they do to Shokaku. Because as I mentioned in the last video, I am very sure that we are attacking Shokaku because I'm impressed with the level of details and the planes that attacked us had the marking of Shokaku. So I am assuming that given that each plane had an individual number and so on, that they are really, that they took it to the extreme, to what it should be, and they didn't just put in random things in, so yeah, I was very impressed with that. Anyways, let me now run the time and I will get us bombing. Well, we've got another small strike coming in back on us, 5 planes and some zeros flying cap on us, so I'm going to scramble, at least from, let's scramble from Yorktown, and but I'm not too worried. They are torpedo planes, and there is only 4 of them. With the amount of AAA we can put out, we should be okay. I saw the zeros flying somewhere above. This is all they could sort of put together.
Romeo, bogey, vector 050, 5 miles, angels high.
Okay, we are vectoring on these guys here with our fighters. Let's see how many. But only 4, we got a few. We've got a few fighters there coming up, so we should be okay. I've got 4 zeros as a cap and 4 torpedo bombers by the looks of it, while we've got our boys here. Okay, let's see how the Wildcats are dealing with these guys. There is 0 diving on the Wildcat. But it has someone to cover its tail. There are those 4 guys there. Actually, I'm more interested in knowing what happens with the torpedo bombers. I can't find them at the moment, so let's see what the 0 is doing. Oh, I see someone down there. This is attacking a Wildcat. I saw a couple of planes down there. And another 0 attacking another Wildcat. Yeah, here we've got like one of the gates is already damaged. Wasn't. Yeah, good shooting. Didn't expect it to go down, but did. I think they finally discovered where we are, but there is only 3 of them. So our, well, 2 of them now. 3 of them, yeah, sorry. But our Wildcats should be able to do a good job of them very quickly, unless they sort of exhibit the, let's say, the flyboy behavior from War on the Sea that we know and love. Yeah, down she goes. Good. And I believe this is the last of the torpedo planes that are coming to visit, so they will not be there for too much longer, and I think we have shot 1 more, every 0 but 1. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks like there is 1 0 on the top, and there is this torpedo bomber where we've got 3 guys diving on it, and of course a substantial amount of, and there is no torpedo bomber now. Yeah, here's a 0. It's barely shot up, to be honest, and we've got a Wildcat coming on the top of it, maybe. But the 0 doesn't seem to be doing anything. It's unless it wants to kamikaze into our carriers. There's lots of Wildcats coming after the 0. Normally they shouldn't be able to catch it up. So we'll see whether they can. I don't think they can. They are, like, in theory he's damaged, so you can see the damage here on the wings and the stabilizers and everything, and down she goes. Okay, let's recover it around now. Anyway, let's check where are our dive bombers. I would say these are the closest ones, so let's have a look at them. You can see they have only a single bomb. There is someone in front of them. Okay, let's have a look at those. Okay, so this is the first section that's going to attack. They're still quite some distance away from where we know that the enemy forces are. Let's go and have a look. And indeed, here is a Shokaku, and it's spotting all of 2 zeros as a cap, while we have our, well, maybe not all of 2 zeros. There is another one. How many does it still have? Not many. Can't have that many. We've done a number on, yeah, it's turning into wind. The dive bombers are being already engaged by zeros by the looks of it, which is not great. You can see at least 2 zeros engaging us, but that means that we are pretty close, pretty damn close. I would say that unfortunately this SPD is going to go down. Yeah. Sorry guys, I have no idea where our cap is because it's not doing much. But those zeros should have, yeah, the first SPD is down. Damn. But 2 zeros are not going to do a huge dent into our force 3 zeros by the looks of it. But you can see how many we have here. Why aren't you shooting? I can see this guy shooting. I think that SPD is also going to do very well. I would like to know where our escorts are. We are getting some AAA, not serious AAA yet, but we've lost a few planes. We've ditched 1, 2 ditched. We lost 2 planes only so far. Why are you engaging? Well, it says engaging now, but I can't really see them. And this one is going to ditch as well. Not yet. Survived. Barely. Looks like the zeros are taking off here. And yeah, scrambling everything that they have, unfortunately. Now this is the first section-ish that's going to engage. They've overflown the... why every time I sort of change a plane, there is at least... no, it's 0. Okay, they are coming in for the dive, I hope. It's pretty well shot up, SBD. Some of them will probably ditch because of the fuel leaks. Can we see? No, it's 0 down there. There's a bunch of planes here. I'm going to watch from here because it's hard to say where my planes are. But she is evading by the looks of it. Well, here we are coming on. I don't know what the whether the fact of the AAA before us means that someone has already bombed. Yes, indeed it does. Not that it bombed, but that it is about to bomb. We are diving on target, a number of us. You can see, and I saw just a score hit, a number of near misses, but we did get a hit. And there is more. This looks near miss, unfortunately. This looks like there was a plane shot down, maybe. This thing here. That was a very near miss. We've scored one hit, unfortunately, so far only. But we still got a few planes, more than a few planes coming. Because there is more bombs coming. Oh, that was a camera shake. And we've got another hit coming. And 3, yes. We've scored at least 3 hits now. One of them in the aft. Nice. 4 hits probably, by the looks of it. And we've got more plane. I think we've got more hits. But the bomb. What I would love is. That was close miss. That was a very close miss. What I would have loved is a camera view bomb. Sort of bomb view camera, sorry. Oh, this is a pretty amazing view. This is a pretty amazing view. I love this. Smell of a burning Shokaku in the afternoon. Don't you love it? And we still have quite a few dive bombers. 2 wings coming in. Well, wings. This made out of 4 sections and this made out of 3 sections. Yeah, and they are preparing to attack. Some more. Let's get into this plane. And you can see that down here they are already starting to dive, and we are... No, they are... No, sorry. I thought that they are starting to dive, but that's actually the returning planes. I can see a plane starting to dive just below us, though. No, that's also a returning plane, and that's actually our escort dogfighting with zeros. Okay, I can understand that. And here are also returning, and there is a lot of fun flying in front of us. Not sure whether the Shokaku is going to appreciate the fun, but we just need to find it. But based on the AAA, we might be getting close. And off we go diving. Air brakes out. No idea how they figured out that the target is down here, to be honest. But I believe them. Still can't see the target. Oh yeah, there she is. There she is, burning nicely. And I've already seen some of them drop, and some of them are not very good hits. We've got one more hit by the looks of it. Lots of near misses. But yeah, he's done for, I would say. And this is the last wing, whatever you want to call it, that hasn't bombed yet. So we are going to go with them. And then it's a leg back. And once again into the ditch. Into the and the bombs away, and that's gonna miss badly. But to be honest, we've got one more hit. Yeah, very good, very good. We scored a rather large number of hits. I'm very happy. Very, very happy. Very good. They're still sort of trying to do some AAA action here, but to be honest, that's not gonna do much, is it? I would say they are looking very, very doomed. She's leaking massive amounts of oil, as you can see. She's bow heavy, very, very bow heavy. So I would say that this is probably the last we've seen of our mighty Shokaku. What I'm missing is some more explosions. Like with this sort of ready ammunition would be going off. don't know whether if it gets to magazine explosions would have been massive, absolutely massive. Hard to say though. Yeah, but they say this gun, the second from the left, wouldn't be shooting because, or anything that sort of has fires around it wouldn't be shooting because the ready ammunition would have cooked already. So that's, but as I say, it's still a beta. Yeah, but would have been nice to have those details as well. But she's done for. She is done for. She's definitely flooding. Well, originally the recording has stopped here because there was a bug with the game where it sort of got into an infinite loop in some cases and froze. But the bug has been fixed, so I was able to load the save, and we can now finish the mission. So that's great, because as you can see, Shokaku here is sinking. So, yeah, we got her. We got her. We haven't, like the losses we've encountered weren't too heavy. It's quite an interesting thing in a way. Like obviously there was only one carrier instead of two. So we had advantage, not that I wanted it, like I gave random, so we had about 1/3 of a chance of this happening, 1/3 of a chance of it being same, and 1/3 of a chance of us being overwhelmed by 3 carriers. Well, the dice roll in my favor at this time, and we've used it. What I was a bit disappointed on was the ease with which my admittedly quite overwhelming cap and scrambled fighters dealt with the incoming raids. It felt like the AI wasn't sending enough of fighters to protect it. It's an interesting one actually, because I just was reading a book called How Carriers Fought, and there is quite a bit of analysis on that. Might go into that if someone's interested with the next video a bit. But it basically said that in 42 fighters were just dead white to an extent, because they weren't, zeros were great but didn't have ammunition enough, while wildcats were, well, wildcats. So it really was about the dive bombers and the torpedo bombers, yeah, way more would have been expected to get through under the normal conditions. As you can see, like Shokaku is slowly but surely sinking. I will wait for our forces to start land and run the brief so that we can see some screens on the actual losses and all of those other nice and not so nice things. But I think we will probably leave Shokaku here. What I might do actually is, let me have a look. I might send a search here, just for the fun of it, just sort of see whether they would be able to find it and confirm that she sunk or something like that. We are going to send a torpedo bomber to do the search. Yeah, just to search for this. We'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure she is beyond recovery. And indeed, as you can see, she is slipping underneath the waves. So, scratch one flat top. And this is a proper one and not a small carrier like they did in reality at the Coral Sea. So this is one of the prides of IJN at that time, Shokaku and Zuikaku. Well, the soaring crane was brought down. The lucky crane was lucky enough not to be here, and therefore still survives somewhere, but I'm sure we will get her at some stage. sooner or later in some of the missions. I'm thinking about doing a Coral Sea uh, scenario, which is sort of like everyone knows what the Coral Sea was like. You don't have to search for the opponents. It's in a way, it's a scenario, so you know what to expect and how to expect it. You cannot replay it in the same way as the real ones did, but still. Could be fun. Might even do a sort of like a tag view video out of that sort of semi. Not really a historical one, of course, but a scenario. And we are seeing the final moments of Shokaku here, as she is going down with her boilers still going on by the looks of it, which is a bit funny. Down she goes. Anyway, let us go back to our task force and see where we have how we are recovering our planes. Yeah, and you can see that the surge is out. Climbing to his scheduled altitude. Funnily enough, he seems to have only 2 people. I would have thought that, especially on the surge, navigator would have been a fairly important part of the crew. Well, we'll see. I'm pretty sure that in the final version they will get the navigator in there, and so on. Given the amount of details they are that they already have, and given that this is already a beta, I'm still fairly impressed. And you can see here that they are already landing the well, this is a cap, I guess. Although, well, this can't be cap because this was SBD that was landing. So that would have been the search mission that they just recovered. One of the big problems for carrier fleets in the war were fuel consumptions, because you basically had to run into the wind to do most of the air operations, especially anything with torpedo bombers, with fully loaded torpedo bombers. Those were heavy. Like the Avengers weighted 8 tons. While most of the other planes were about 4 tons. So the 4-tonners were, it was possible for crew to handle them manually, but for the 8 tons they actually had tractors on the ships to help with the handling of it. It's quite funny. Basically it gives you the idea how big the ship is and how hard it is to do things, that you have to have a tractor to sort of move airplanes around, and they still were able to do it very quickly. Like the turnaround for, say, getting a plane on and off the deck was something like 40 seconds. Moving the plane on, elevator down, moving the plane off, the elevator down in a hangar, and the elevator going up. I think it was 10 seconds for the elevator to go up and down, and 10 second-ish for a plane to be moved on and off. So very impressive. What are you? Oh yeah, you are turning into on your original course southwards, which is unfortunately with the wind. But what I was going on was that you needed a lot of fuel for these operations, and they were massive fuel hogs, and especially destroyers needed to be refueled like every 3 days if there was an operation going on and they weren't moving at the cruising speed. They were sort of maneuvering a lot. They dealt with it a bit later in the war by basically the escorts just going their way and the carriers doing their thing, if it wasn't too much. But that might, of course, that carried the risk that you might have had a IJN submarine around that would go and give you a hard time with its torpedoes. Not that it happened that often, with the exception of, I don't know, 3 US carriers sunk by IJN submarines, or at least heavily damaged. So it was a real problem, but not that much in sort of 45, late 44. Okay, it seems we've disengaged the enemy and the mission has ended. So do you wish to stay in the flag, or shall we head for debriefing and coastal combat? So we will finish now. And let's go to debriefing. Yes, I want to keep the recorded text file. You might want to go in there. This is not a very appropriate picture, given that we have strategic victory tactical draw. Okay. Trolley claim victory based on body count alone. Your conservatives allowed us to maintain a strategic initiative. I sunk the carrier. We've been hit, but I sunk a flat top. That's more than Shokaku destroyed. Yeah. Okay, so my damages basically were equivalent of the carrier sunk. So okay, I'll take it if that's how you want to play it. That's fine. They lost loads. They basically lost the whole carrier load. We won. So that's the important thing. Anyway, so thank you for watching once again. I will have a look at playing the real Coral Sea scenario with Lady Lakes and Yorktown versus what the Japanese had there. But it's probably going to come in December. I'm still fairly busy in real life, so that takes precedence. That said, if you give the videos likes, comments, subscribes, all of that sort of nudges me to get these things faster, because it shows interest and engagement from your side. So when I see that, then there is an obligation on me to get these things to you guys, because you're supporting me, so I want to get you things. Anyways, I will see you next time, which is probably going to be another war at sea. But don't worry, this game seems to be getting quite of interest as well, so I will play some missions here. Thank you and goodbye in meanwhile.